Hi there, welcome back to my channel. It's a brand new week. My name is Lynette and you're welcome to the tourism channel. This is where we talk about tourism, all to do with tourism marketing, tourism development. Here I share my experiences as a tourism marketeer, someone passionate in the tourism industry. Yes, so today I recently came back to Uganda, and if you have not been watching my videos or subscribe to my channel, please subscribe to my channel down there on the subscribe button, or you can check out my previous videos where I talk about tourism marketing, the different concepts involved, and I also share my ideas and what I've learned from different tourism players. So recently I came back to Uganda, and I've been working in Tanzania as a marketing manager for a tourism company that side. And people have been asking me different questions in my inbox. How did you get a job in Tanzania? How does it feel working in Tanzania? All those things. So here in this particular video, it's going to be a story time. This is where I'm going to share my experience, but specifically how I got to move to Tanzania, how I got the job, how I got to meet the tourism players that side, because I'm a Ugandan and I'm a previous student. I just graduated in January at Makari University, pursuing a bachelor's in tourism. Yes. So let's start. So last year, no, sorry, 2017, we had a meeting at Makari University, which included tourism students from across the region. In this meeting, we were starting up an association called the East African Tourism Students Platform, which is an association that links up all tourism students across the region. This is an association that I personally founded at the close of 2016, but we actually started doing different actual activities and participating in different events in 2017. So when we had our first meeting in January at Makari University, we discussed with different students, we formed a cabinet, we made a constitution, all those things for a different association to run. We had members from Tanzania, we had people from Kenya. It was amazing. We had people from St. Augustine, all the way from University of Dar es Salaam. We had people from Jomo Kenyatta University in Kenya, people from so many universities. University of Nairobi. We had people from University of Mombasa. It was amazing. Then we had people from MOOBS. We had people from KIU. We had people from Makari itself there. So we formed that association, and one of the core objectives of the association was to link tourism students across the region. So that we see what are tourism students in Kenya learning, what are people in tourism in Tanzania learning, what are we learning in Uganda, can we compare notes, because of the East African community and how it is planning and is actually already promoting one destination kind of tourism, whereby we sell East Africa as a region. So I thought with this platform, it would even help us as students, growing into the industry, which they're planning as the government and the regional bodies to make a regional one destination kind of policy with the East African visa happening and the free border crossings and everything. So after forming that association and we had our first meeting, we started engaging in different activities. Here students from the region would take part in Pearl of Africa Tourism Expo in Uganda. They'll take part in Kwitizina, which is in Rwanda, which is a tourism fair as well. Then we'll take part in Kili Fair, which is in Tanzania. It has been happening in Moshi. This year is going to be in Arusha. Then we'll be participating in Magical Kenya and other tourism engagement, so tourism shows, so that as students we network with the players in the industry. We learn something new every time. So that's how the association started, and those were some of its objectives. Other objectives were to have symposiums, exchange programs. We had all these big dreams that are still being pushed by the current members who are in the platform. Currently, I'm out since I finished university and I'm now working, but still other members who are working still participate in the different platform activities. So in February, I meet Mr. Tom and Dominic from Kili Fair. They are the organizers, amazing people. When I met them, I told them about the platform, what our ambitions are, our ideas. So I shared with them my ideas and the concepts and the other members' ideas. Then they were very excited. They actually were on board. They were like, send us an email, send us your concept notes, send us your constitution so that we see how we can participate. They organize Kili Fair, which happens in Tanzania, and other exhibitions. They take part in Saiti, along with our government in October, still in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, and it was a great opportunity. So, yes. So, we sent to them the documents, and that year, 2017, I personally did not participate in Kili Fair, but I organized a team of students where we had 2 people from Uganda, 2 people from Kenya, and then we had 4 students from Tanzania. We went as volunteers, and these are some of the objectives for the platform, to give us opportunities to network with different players. So we would ask different players in the industry, who organize these amazing, massive exhibitions, to give us an opportunity so that we can go as volunteers. We provide us our labor and everything, and that way, in return, we get to network, we get to see what's happening in the industry. Because as a student, you feel like, yeah, you have this vague idea of how the industry works and how things operate. Sometimes it's not necessarily vague, but sometimes it is actually vague. So when you go in these exhibitions, when you're just volunteering, helping around, carrying flyers, giving out brochures, talking about the organizers, and doing different basic small things, you're learning, you're meeting people. It's sharpening your brain. You do not stay the same. Yeah, so that happened in 2017. And in 2018, still, the people from Kili Fair were very happy with how we had provided our service in 2017, how the students had been very aggressive and hardworking and outgoing and, being there. So in 2018, they still actually tell us, what, Lynette, we want to work with you guys again. We're very excited, very, very excited. So actually, they even gave us more space. And this time, they covered our transportation, they covered our accommodation. It was amazing. It was amazing. Big up to the Kili Fair team. Much respect. Actually, even this year, we're still participating with them. And then after Kili Fair, we met other people from Zanzibar Trade Fair, from Saiti, other students go to participate in Kwitizina in Rwanda. So it was amazing opportunities came out from this platform. So in 2017, I didn't go because I had examinations during the time of the fair. So in 2018, I was done with my examinations, with, all the university issues. And since we were still participating, I had a chance to go. And I went with a gentleman called Peter Mwonge from Uganda. Then there were some from Kenya who we met at the border and moved with them to Tanzania, Moshi, where we had the exhibition. It was an amazing opportunity. I had never been to Tanzania. I only heard about Tanzania, and it was amazing. It was beautiful. It was lit. The people were very kind, obviously, apart from the Swahili, which is their language that I personally don't speak very well. I've been there, so I speak it. But then, at that particular time, I didn't know much. So, we participated, I kept praying personally at the back of my mind that maybe I could get an opportunity to stay and, be in Tanzania a little longer. It's one of those prayers you have as you walk along the street, as you're moving through the fair, seeing the different stalls, all these massive companies and tour companies and tented camps and safari lodges and everything. And I'm like, wow. I kept thinking I will learn so much from here, just being here for a little longer, any opportunity, I would still volunteer. I kept saying it at the back of my mind, So the first day happened, it was amazing. You're meeting people, you're sharing, you're seeing different concepts, you're seeing what else is happening in the world. Because when you're in a particular space and you're not exposed, I don't want to say it retards your thinking capacity, which is the best word I can use to describe this. It does not provoke the width of your imagination. When you travel, when you meet people, when you get exposure, your mindset changes drastically. Your imagination changes, your desires change. It's great. It's something you can't put a price to it. So I kept feeling that. I was like, wow, this place is beautiful. I loved Moshi. It was raining during the time because during June it's a rainy season, and it was green. It was beautiful. It's a small town, well developed. I kept telling the people I was working with, the Kili Fair members, that I love this place. I would love to stay and work here. and I had just finished my examinations at university, So if I got an opportunity, I would be all in. Yes, so on the last day of the fair, where they give us our last task, they're like, go to different stalls, hope that people pack out and leave, because the exhibition has ended on Sunday evening. So while we were at it, this gentleman comes up to me, who I later found out was the owner of Mberesero Lodges and Tented Camps. And he's like, "Hi, how are you? Where are you from?" We'd have a small conversation, and I realized he's actually the director of a big company. I'm like, "Hi," I try to give my small pitch. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm from Uganda. I do this. I have passion here. I have skills here, and everything." And like, great. He gives me his card. He's like, "Here, have my card, and we can talk. If would you like to work in Tanzania? Is it something you've thought about?" I'm like, "Yes. It's something I've been praying for all this time." I didn't say that, but yes. So I was like, "Yeah, I think I would like, it should be a great opportunity, depending what I'll be doing, because obviously I have passion in tourism and to stay in the industry and everything." And yeah, so that's what happened. So I come back. I was still doing my dissertation. I was not yet through with that. So I keep pushing. I finish my research and everything. I hand it to my supervisor, Dr. Hewa, Associate Professor Hewa currently. Yeah, and then I called him up. I'm like, "Sir, I finished my dissertation, He told me if I finish, I can always call you up." He's like, "Yeah, you can come to Tanzania, we do a small interview, see if you like what's available, see if you can agree on different terms." And yeah, I was like, wow, I was excited. I was mind blown. So I went to Tanzania, Arusha, to their head office. I saw the different properties. We met, we had the interviews. Then I came back home and picked my bags, and that was it. I was off to Tanzania. Yeah, I started out at Enduro Lodge, where I worked as I trained at Enduro Lodge for 3 months. Then I came back to the head office, where I worked as the marketing manager for the remaining 9 months. And it was great. It was amazing. Yeah, so that's how I got to go to Tanzania. That's the short story. In my next video, I'll share more about how the experience was in Tanzania, how it felt emotionally, psychologically, moving to Tanzania, the challenges I faced, the opportunities I came across while there. Yeah. So I hope this has answered all your questions about how I actually got to go there. It was after the Kili Fair exhibition. Got a contact, got called for an interview, had the interview, and I was off. My mother was worried. Actually, after getting the job, when I came back to pick my bags, I went back with my mother. She was just looking at me, all teary. It was crazy. It was cute. So that's what happened. So thank you very much. Hope you've loved this video. If you've loved it, leave a thumbs up. If you like this kind of content and you want more, please let me know. If you have not yet followed me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram here. Subscribe to my channel and let me know how you feel. Hope you have a lovely week. Hope your Easter was amazing. Mine was, for sure. And see you next week. See you soon.